Hello and welcome back to another episode of To Catch a Criminal. We explore the most shocking and disturbing cases of homicides, violence, and justice. Today, I want to talk about a shocking and tragic incident that happened in Simpsonville, South Carolina, where Akevius Lindsey is being charged with the passing of his girlfriend, Genesys Elizah Rice. Please note that I am a paralegal and not an attorney. While I can provide information on legal procedures and laws, I am not qualified to offer legal advice. This video is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Genesys Elizah Rice, a young mother, passed away in her apartment at Jasmine Cove Apartments in Simpsonville, South Carolina on May 7, 2023, due to a gun injury to her head. She was only 18 years old and had 2 daughters. She was born in Jersey City, New Jersey, and was a former student at Clinton High School. Akevius, the father of one of Genesys's children, was arrested and charged with first-degree domestic violence and possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime in connection with Rice's passing.
Well, some emotional moments in court as the family of a young woman who was shot over the weekend spoke to the man accused of killing her.
The Simpsonville Police Department says Akevius Lindsey shot and killed Genesys Rice. Officers were called to Jasmine Cove Apartment Sunday morning where they found Genesys dead on her bed. The coroner says she was shot in the head.
Prior to this incident, Akevius was arrested and charged with criminal domestic violence of a high and aggravated nature in October of 2022. During the October incident, Rice and Lindsey began arguing about how he damaged her car in the middle of Highway 76 in Lawrence County. A third person in the vehicle tried to force Akevius out of the car. That's when, the report said, Lindsey punched and slammed Genesys into her car while she was 6 months pregnant with Akevius's child. She was taken to the hospital by a friend but was unable to sign her statement due to the injuries she suffered during the encounter with Lindsey. 3 weeks after the incident, Genesys signed a request to not prosecute Akevius, but the solicitor's office went forward with the prosecution despite a request. In her handwritten affidavit to the solicitor's office, she wrote, "I want to drop the charges because he is still young, dumb, and still learning. Hopefully, he will get the help he needs." At the end of the day, this could have been avoided. If I'm being completely honest, I wouldn't have done anything about the situation if she hadn't called the authorities.
Forign Powers is a victim advocate for the 8th Circuit Solicitor's Office. When the solicitor prosecutes a case, she works with the victims. She met Genesys after the October incident. Lindsey was charged with domestic violence in the 2nd degree. She read us the affidavit Rice wrote asking the solicitor's office to dismiss the charges.
"I want to drop the charges because he is still young, dumb, and still learning. Hopefully he will get the help he needs. At the end of the day, I know this could have been avoided. If I'm being completely honest, I wouldn't have done anything about the situation if she hadn't called the authorities."
It seems like it's affecting you too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, we deal with this a lot, and I've read several of these affidavits, but again, this is the first time something like this has happened, and it's hard to deal with, and it's just, there aren't really any words, but it does make me want to, it makes me want to fight harder.
Akevius pleaded guilty to the lesser charge of 2nd-degree domestic violence in January and was sentenced to 2 years as probation. Genesys was a young mother who was thriving in her life. She had recently moved into an apartment with her 2 daughters and landed a job she loved. According to her mother, Lysandra Hendricks, she was really at a point in her life where she was really just accomplishing a lot. However, there were some parts of her life that Rice kept secret. Her stepfather, Antoine, said, "She wanted us to be proud." That's why she didn't mention a lot of stuff that went on. Akevius's arrest warrants revealed a pattern of abuse, with one incident happening just 4 days before Rice's passing. Records from the Simpsonville Police Department said Lindsey grabbed Rice by the leg, leaving a mark. During Akevius Lindsey's bond court hearing, her father expressed his grief and said, "Terminated by a man that was supposed to love her. How do I feel as a father giving my trust to a man who I thought was going to protect my daughter?" He also added, "I want you to know, not just what you did to Genesys, but what you did to your own daughter. She has to grow up and not have a mother. You didn't care. You didn't even think about your own daughter when you put a gun to her mother's head. Did you think about her?"
Do you want to say some words, sir?
justice is due. Think about Genesis. Think about the council said that we shouldn't even go in there because how brutal what happened to Genesis. I pray that God has mercy on him. Pray that God truly does forgive him. Pray that he acknowledges that there is forgiveness for murders. Even though you don't deserve it. Jesus Christ bore my sins. I pray that he has mercy on him. Because this family right now can't say in our heart that we forgive him the way God does.
Again, to the family, I am sorry for your loss.
Akevius appeared in a Greenville County court on Tuesday, May 9, 2023, and was denied bond. The motive for his actions is still being investigated. The memorial service for Genesys Elizah Rice was held on Saturday, May 13, 2023, at Bird Funeral Home in Fountain Inn. Genesys Rice's passing is a tragic reminder of the dangers of domestic violence. It is important for victims of domestic violence to know that they are not alone and that there are resources available to help them. By working together, we can help prevent tragedies like the passing of Genesys from happening in the future.
You may not want to expose what's going on. I think it's important to speak, to at least have someone know, and to find help.
Another innocent soul, gone too soon. Thank you for watching To Catch a Criminal. I hope that you found this case informative and helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more updates. Also, feel free to leave your comments and questions below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this case. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care and stay safe.